Something extraordinary is happening right now that will forever change how humans move around the planet. Can you imagine stepping into a personal aircraft, pressing a button, and lifting off into the sky without a pilot's license? Well, it's no longer science fiction. While most of the world is still stuck in traffic, China has unleashed a wave of flying machines that are rewriting the rules of transportation. From autonomous air taxis that fly themselves to personal aircraft you can fit in a pickup truck, the flying car revolution has officially begun. Today, I'm going to show you 8 incredible flying vehicles that are actually real and available right now. Stay until the end, because what you'll see at number 1 will completely change how you think about the future of travel. Number 8. Lift Aircraft Hexa. We start with something that completely shatters everything you thought you knew about becoming a pilot. The Hexa is an 18-motor personal aircraft that lets absolutely anyone take to the skies with zero training required. Here's what's incredible. You can learn to fly this machine in less time than it takes to watch a movie. Just 1 hour in a virtual reality simulator and you're ready for actual flight. The secret lies in its revolutionary design. 18 independent motors work together through a triply redundant flight computer that handles all the complex calculations for you. Let go of the single joystick and the aircraft automatically hovers in place. It's like having an invisible co-pilot that never makes mistakes. But the real genius is in the safety engineering. This carbon fiber machine, weighing just 432 pounds, can continue flying safely even if 6 of its 18 motors completely fail. And if something catastrophic happens, a ballistic parachute deploys automatically. The aircraft reaches 63 miles per hour and can land on both ground and water thanks to its specialized floats. What's truly remarkable is that this isn't some prototype locked away in a laboratory. Lyft is already offering pay-per-flight experiences in Florida for just $250, with expansion planned to Austin, New York, and Japan. The era of personal flight hasn't just arrived. It's now available for the price of a nice dinner. Number 7. Richter X4. What if I told you the next flying car costs less than a mid-range SUV? The Richter X4 stunned the world at CES 2026 with a price tag of just $39,900. That's not a typo. For roughly the cost of a Tesla Model Y, you can own a personal aircraft. This Chinese machine features 8 motors spread across 4 carbon fiber arms with massive 63-inch folding propellers. The clever part is that the entire aircraft collapses down to fit in the bed of a standard pickup truck. Drive to your destination, unfold your aircraft, and take off while everyone else sits in traffic. The X4 reaches 50 miles per hour with 20 minutes of flight time, and here's what makes it even more accessible. It complies with FAA Part 103 regulations, meaning you need absolutely no pilot's license to fly it. The semi-solid-state battery system includes dual redundancy, so if one battery fails, you still land safely. An emergency parachute provides additional peace of mind. Quick Wheel Technology, the parent company, holds nearly 500 patents in smart mobility and is already accepting deposits for deliveries in 2026. The price barrier to personal flight just came crashing down. Number 6. Jetson 1. In 6th place, we have the machine that proved flying cars aren't just a cartoon fantasy anymore. The Jetson 1 is a Swedish-designed personal aircraft that went from viral YouTube sensation to actual production reality. With over 48 million views and a feature on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, this machine captured the world's imagination. But here's what separates it from countless failed concepts. It actually exists, and it's actually delivering to customers. Palmer Luckey, the founder of Oculus and Anduril Industries, became the first owner in September 2025. The aircraft weighs just 190 pounds thanks to its aluminum and carbon Kevlar composite construction, yet it packs 102 horsepower from 8 electric motors. It reaches 63 miles per hour and flies for 20 minutes on a single charge. The engineering is obsessively focused on safety. Triple redundant flight computers monitor everything, while LiDAR sensors track obstacles and terrain. If a motor fails, the system automatically redistributes power to keep you airborne. Release the controls entirely, and it hovers in place by itself. At $128,000, it's sold out through 2027, attracting investors like musician Will.I.M. The Jetson 1 didn't just promise a flying future. It delivered one that regular people can actually buy. Number 5. Xpeng Voyager X2. Now we enter Chinese territory with a flying machine that looks like it drove straight out of a luxury car showroom. The Voyager X2 shares design DNA with Xpeng's sleek P7 sedan, creating what might be the most beautiful flying car ever built. This 2-passenger aircraft weighs just 794 pounds thanks to its carbon-fiber composite and aviation aluminum construction, yet it outperforms nearly everything in this list. It reaches 81 miles per hour and flies for an impressive 35 minutes on a single charge. To give you an idea of the engineering behind this machine, Xpeng has poured over $600 million into flying car research over 12 years, developing 7 generations of prototypes. The Voyager X2 represents the 5th generation of actual flight-tested aircraft, with tens of thousands of successful flights completed. In March 2024, it made history by completing a low-altitude urban flight over Guangzhou, soaring from the Tiande Center to the iconic Canton Tower. The company also conducted its first overseas public flight in Dubai. What makes this machine special isn't just its performance, it's the automotive philosophy behind it. Xpeng treats this aircraft like a premium vehicle, not an experimental toy. At approximately $126,000, you're buying the flying equivalent of a sports car. Number 4. EHang EH216-S. What if the pilot was completely optional? The EH216-S answers that question by removing humans from the cockpit entirely. This autonomous air taxi became the first aircraft of its kind to receive full commercial certification for passenger operations, earning all 4 critical approvals from Chinese aviation authorities in March 2025. You simply step inside, sit down, and the aircraft handles everything else. 16 propellers mounted on 8 arms lift you into the sky, while 5G connectivity links the aircraft to a ground command center, monitoring every aspect of your flight. The machine reaches 81 miles per hour, cruises at 62 miles per hour, and covers 22 miles on a single charge. But here's what's truly remarkable. This isn't experimental technology being tested in laboratories. The EH216-S is already carrying paying tourists over cities like Guangzhou, Hefei, and Hanzhong on commercial sightseeing routes. EHang has delivered over 300 units worldwide, with 63 shipped in a single quarter alone. The aircraft has demonstrated flights in 17 countries, including Japan, Indonesia, Brazil, and the UAE. A prototype using solid-state batteries recently flew for over 48 minutes, nearly doubling standard flight time. At $330,000 in China, autonomous air travel has officially arrived. Number 3. Auto-flight prosperity. Third place goes to the aircraft that shattered every distance record for electric flight. The Prosperity flew an astonishing 155 miles on a single battery charge, proving that electric aviation can handle real-world distances. This 5-seat air taxi from Shanghai reaches 124 miles per hour and carries 3 passengers plus a pilot. But the achievement that turned heads worldwide happened in February 2024, when Prosperity completed the first intercity electric air taxi flight in history. It crossed the sea from Shenzhen to Zhuhai in just 20 minutes. That same journey takes 3 hours by car. The aircraft uses a lift and cruise design with 8 propellers for vertical takeoff and 2 pusher propellers for efficient forward flight. Autoflight has already delivered its first Prosperity to a Japanese operator, and its cargo variant, called Carry-All, became the first eVTOL over 1 ton to receive full airworthiness certification. The company has completed over 10,000 flights and received more than 200 cargo aircraft orders. With an expected production price around $150,000, the Prosperity proves that electric flight isn't just for short hops anymore. It's ready for the journeys that actually matter. Number 2. Xpeng Land Aircraft Carrier. In second place, we have something so ambitious, it sounds like science fiction. The land aircraft carrier is a 6-wheeled electric adventure van that carries a 2-seat flying aircraft inside its cargo bay. You drive to wherever the road ends, roll out the eVTOL, and take to the skies. When you're done flying, the carbon fiber aircraft folds up and stores back inside the van. The mother vehicle runs on an 800-volt silicon carbide platform with a combined range of 621 miles, and it can recharge the aircraft up to 6 times from its own battery. Xpeng has already received over 7,000 global pre-orders and completed its first public crewed flight demonstration. The company achieved type certification and is building a factory capable of producing 10,000 units annually. Mass production begins in 2025, with deliveries starting in 2026. At under $280,000 for the complete system, you're not choosing between driving and flying anymore. You're getting both in one machine that looks like a lunar rover designed for Earth. Number 1. The flying car revolution. And now we arrive at what truly changes everything. For the first time in history, personal flying vehicles are available for under $50,000. The Richter X4 at $39,900 represents a breakthrough that seemed impossible just 5 years ago. But this single machine is just the beginning of something massive. China's low-altitude economy is projected to reach $278 billion by 2030 and an astonishing $1.5 trillion by 2035. Over 30 Chinese provinces have written flying car development into their official government plans. More than 100 flying car companies are expected to emerge by the end of this decade. China already accounts for half of all eVTOL models worldwide. Xpeng's chairman predicts flying cars will capture 20% of the global automotive market within 20 years. The technology is advancing at breathtaking speed. Solid-state batteries are doubling flight times. Autonomous systems are making pilotless flight routine. Regulatory frameworks now allow ordinary people to fly without licenses. This is the smartphone moment for aviation. Just as mobile phones went from luxury items to essential tools in everyone's pocket, flying cars are following the same trajectory. We're no longer waiting for the future. We're choosing which flying car to buy. What we've just seen isn't a glimpse of some distant future. This is the reality of personal aviation right now. From aircraft you can fly for the price of a nice dinner to autonomous air taxis already carrying tourists over Chinese cities, the flying car revolution has officially begun. China alone is investing over $1 trillion into low-altitude transportation, and more than 30 provinces have made it a government priority. The question is no longer whether flying cars will become mainstream, but how quickly the rest of the world can catch up. Which of these machines impressed you the most? Would you trust an autonomous aircraft with no pilot? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next one.